Geez, who is that guy? He's a real nut. Dancing around. Yeah. Welcome to Steve's virtual piano bar. All right. So, Ginger, I'm going to talk to you later. Nice to see you. And I wonder if I saw John Rockenbach's name somewhere. I wonder if you're. It's hard for me to tell who's here. Hi, Amy. Amy Addison's here. Ginger's here. We got a couple of people here, and I'm gonna get into some music tonight. And I've got a little bit of a Sinatra hangover, if you know what I mean. You know, I've still got the hat, and I got the dance scene. So, why not just kind of carry over a few Sinatra songs from the last session? Let's see. What have we got to lose, Oh, yeah. Since I've got the hat on. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never ever meet again on this bumpy road to love, but I'm always keeping of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way we dance till 3, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never ever meet again on this bumpy road to love, but I'm always keep thinking of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. They can't take that away from me. They can't take that away. Can't take that away. No, they can't take that away from me. All right, we're getting started. You know what I didn't do is I didn't check the audio. But yeah, as I said before, I got a little Sinatra hangover, so just have to get a few more Sinatra songs out of my system. Oh no, I don't have the correct doodad to monitor the audio. Does the audio sound all right? Is there any issues? We had an issue last time with a little buzzing or something. See, I have the wrong connector. I could go get it, but All right. Yeah, I've got such a Sinatra hangover. I'm actually gonna have grape juice tonight. And but that was really fun doing the Sinatra concerts. I learned a lot of, there were some issues with the muting people, but we're gonna talk about that later. We won't even talk about it actually. So. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you, come what may. Taller than the tallest trees, that's how it's got to be. Deeper than the deep blue seas, that's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years, all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years, all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. Yeah. Oh, I've got you, I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. Oh, I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to begin. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. So why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice calls in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. Each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, and I've got you under my skin. Well, I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that calls in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. Each time I do, the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. And I've got you, oh, I've got you, oh, I've got you under my skin. Swing, baby. That's what Frank would say. I like New York in June. How about you? I like a Gershwin tune. How about you? A cozy fireside when a storm is due. I like potato chips, moonlight and motor trips. How about you? I'm mad about good books, I can't get my fill. And James Durante's looks give me a thrill. Holding hands in the movie show when all the lights are low may not be new. I like it. How about you? I like Jack Benny's jokes to a degree. I like the common folks, that includes me. I like to window shop on Fifth Avenue. I like banana splits, late supper at the Ritz. How about you? I like to dream of fame, maybe I'll shine. I'd like to see your name right beside mine. I can see we're in harmony. Looks like we both agree on what to do. And I like it. How about you? I like it. How about you? I could do a whole nother Sinatra show and not repeat a song from my Saturday night show. But I'll work in some more Sinatra songs along the way. I still got my hat, and I still got my dance that I did at the beginning of the show tonight. So thank you. We're seeing to see some people trickle in here. It's a Wednesday night. It's hump day. It used to be hump day. I don't know what it is. The world is crazy now, so who knows what Wednesday is now. Wednesday is Wednesday. Wednesday is anything can happen day. Remember the Musketeers. Wednesday is anything can happen day. You might find yourself on an elephant on the moon or riding in an auto underneath a blue lagoon. Yeah, the Mickey Mouse Club. Well, some of you are too young to remember that. Walt Bungart. Hey, nice to see you. Okay. Amy reminds me that I need to tilt my hat a little bit. Yeah. So if I wear it like that, it's okay, but you got to tilt it a little bit. Maybe like that. Something like, yeah. Yeah. Wise guy. Wise guys. I've opened for requests, and any feedback on the audio. I was having a problem last time, and I didn't get a chance to run a test. I did run a semi-test. I ran a partial test, and it was working fine, but I didn't dig down deep and do the complete test. But I said, well, okay, the test is going to be when I do the broadcast tonight. So here we are. I think it's time for a little Mose Allison. Mose Allison did blues, but he also did some pretty cool standards. And one of them was I Hadn't Anyone Till You. I hadn't anyone till you. I was the lonely one till you. I used to lie awake and wonder. Yes, I used to. Someone in this wide world just made for me, but now I see I had to save my love. Oops. For you. I never gave my love till you. And through my lonely heart demanding it, Cupid took a hand in it. I hadn't anyone till you. I've got a visitor. Yeah. Gonna come on the air with me? I hadn't anyone. Yeah, my son Chris is here. Till you, I was the lonely one. Till you, put on the right head. I used to lie awake and wonder if there could be someone in this wide world just made for me. But now I see I had to save my love till you. I never gave my love to you. My lonely heart demanded it. Cupid took a hand in it. I hadn't anyone till you. I hadn't anyone till you. All right. Hey, I'm getting live applause and everything. Yeah, well, Chris and I, my son Chris and I live together out in the woods here near Vanderbilt. And you've probably seen movies of my house that I show sometimes before the show or after the show. And so thanks for coming by and being a little bit of an audience. This is my biggest audience of the week. And I've done 3 live shows. So I'll see you later, Chris. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Don't come back again when you don't have to stay so long.
Okay.
Well, that was a short visit. You know, kids are restless sometimes. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Know this before you started, my soul's been torn apart. I lost my mind in a wild romance. My future is my past, this memory will last. I live to love the days gone by. Day that come and go is like the one before. My mind's lost till the day I die. Words would fail me if I tried to describe her. I know she's not all she should have been. She was a devil with the face of an angel. Well, she was cruel and sweet and cruel as homemade sin. If you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. I lost my mind in a wild romance. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. Lost my mind in a wild romance. My future is my past, this memory will last. I live to love the days gone by. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. I lost my heart in a wild romance. Well, words would fail me if I tried to describe her. Though I know she's not all she should have been. She was a devil with the face of an angel. She was sweet and cruel and sweet, homemade sin. you'd be so kind to help me find my mind. I wanna thank you in advance, yeah. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. I lost my mind in a wild romance. I lost my mind in a wild romance. Mose Allison did that. I think I'm going to do an instrumental. And this is from a movie called An Affair to Remember, I think is the name of the movie. I think I saw it once a long time ago when I was a kid or something. It's where they meet at the Empire State Building at the end. And I think there was a remake of it somewhere along during the years, but I think this is from the original black and white movie. And Henry Warren wrote this beautiful melody, and he's the same guy who wrote At Last and There Will Never Be Another You and many other standards. But this is one of his lesser known songs, but it's kind of a well-known classic movie, An Affair to Remember. I'm going to try a Beatles song. I give her all my love, that's all I do. And if you saw my love, you'd love her too, and I love her. She gives me everything, and tenderly, the kiss my lover brings, she brings to me, and I love her. could never die as long as I have you near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love her. A love like ours could never die as long as I have you near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love her. And I love her, and I love her. Yeah. So how's everybody doing out here at Steve's virtual piano bar? I've got this rear shot. I think I've got it panned over too far that way. I could bring it back over a little bit this way, maybe so you can see. So you can see the back of my head in my COVID haircut. Okay, it's time for a little Duke Ellington. A cigarette holder which wings me over her shoulder. She digs me out getting that satin down. Now baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful amigo, you're flipping. Speaks Latin, that swinging satin down. She's nobody's fool, I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me. I'll switch a Rooney telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno, and that's in my satin down. A cigarette holder which wigs me over her shoulder. She begs me out getting that satin down. Baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful amigo, you're flipping. Speaks Latin, that swinging satin down. She's nobody's fool, I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me. Sweet telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Udo and Latin, my Saturn doll. And Latin, my swinging Saturn doll. Doobie-doo-bop. Saturn doll. Okay. I'm gonna do some Gershwin. I think. I could change my mind. I can actually do whatever I want. Yeah. I could play I was thinking of a Tom Waits song today that I might do. Bonsoir, Anne-Marie, strolling in from New Brunswick, Canada. Yeah. Oh, Anaya's there. Great. Where's Murray? I lost Murray. Oh, Murray is sitting over there on the shelf across the room. Maybe when I'll take a short break and go get him. Hey, how about right now? I'll take a little. I'm going to go get Murray. I'll be right back. Short break. Okay. Back live here with Murray. Murray wants to say hello. Hello, everybody. Murray the Moose. My little mascot here, and I keep him here. And you can also see him on this shot. He'll be right there. There you go. Well, thank you, Anaya. Satin doll. That goes out to Anaya. All right. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. Our love is here to stay. Our love is here to stay. Tom Mooney checking in from CLCHS, high school football quarterback. And I just saw that, hey Mooney, I just saw you had your anniversary. That's fantastic. I can't remember the exact number, but it was a big number of years, so congratulations for that, Tom Mooney. And AC Diamondback checks in, Gary and Jean. Hello. Hello to yous guys. Tom Mooney, you know, this brings back a memory. And Tom Mooney also plays guitar and was a performer in high school at some of the talent shows. I don't know if you kept up playing guitar and performing, but there was one song, and I played in very, very brief time. I played upright bass in a little folk group you had once, and there was one song I really liked, and I never forgot it. I still know it. And I'm going to do that song right now that I learned in high school when I was performing with Tom Mooney and his folk group. I forget. I don't even know if the group had a name. Did it? If that group had a name, Tom, let me know. But anyway, the song was called Today. It's just such a beautiful song. And I always remembered it, and I kept performing it, not very often, but once in a while I'd play it and sing it over the years, and it got a great little philosophy to it. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joys that are mine today. Well, I'll be a dandy and I'll be a rover. You know who I am, but I can't remember. I'll feast at your table, I'll sleep in your clover, I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joys that are mine today. I can't be contented with yesterday's glories. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment, and now is my glory. Who knows what tomorrow may bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joys that are mine today. All right, a little song going out dedicated to Tom Mooney and his wife, who are celebrating their anniversary of 40 some years, I believe it is. All right. Now I'm all over the place tonight, but I'm going to do Antonio Carlos Jobim now. Brazilian samba. One note. This is just a little samba based upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow. The root is still that note. Now this new note is the consequence of the one we've just been through. Bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing, or nearly nothing. I have used up all the scale I know, and at the end I've come to nothing, or nearly nothing. So I come back to my first note, as I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who wants the whole show, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they will find themselves with no show. Better play the note you know. This is just a little samba based upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow, but the root is still that note. Now this new note is the consequence of the one we've just been through. As I'm bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing, or nearly nothing. I have used up all the scale I know, and at the end I've come to nothing, or nearly nothing. So I come back to my first note, as I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who wants the whole show, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they will find themselves with no show. Better play the note you know. They will find themselves with no show. Better play the note you know. The one note samba. Yes, I used to perform that with Susanna Martin in Sedona many, many times. We actually had a vocal duet on that one. Yep. You know, I'm in Michigan right now, but I wonder how I'm hearing now sometimes from some of my musical friends there, and I'm just wondering how they're doing. I feel like I'm employed now doing the virtual piano bar a couple times a week, and actually this is the third jazz performance this week that, with the Sinatra show Saturday. We had a lot of fun on the Sinatra show Saturday, and I'm thinking about doing, guess what? New Year's Eve. Yep. Thinking about doing a New Year's Eve. Trying to think of some ideas. I might put together some special videos, intersperse that. Do a longer session, like a 3-hour session, kind of relaxed, bringing in the new year. We'll celebrate bringing in the new year in Arizona, and then Chicago, and then New York and Michigan. And I don't know if I can last as far as New Brunswick, Anne-Marie, because Anne-Marie is in another... Did you know that there was another time zone east of New York on our continent? happens to be in Canada, you'll. It was quite later in my life when I learned there is stuff going on east of Maine, the state of Maine. We all know where the state of Maine is, right? It's kind of north of New York City there, out there on the east coast, on the Atlantic. Did you know that there is a Canadian province east of the state of Maine? Well, there is, and that's where Anne Marie is living, in the province of New Brunswick. So, you learn stuff all the time. And it's another time zone. It's right now it is just before 8 o'clock p.m. here in Michigan. And in New Brunswick, it's almost 9 o'clock. So it's another hour later. In Arizona, it would be 6 o'clock, coming up on 6 p.m. So that's all I know. Any requests? I'm going to do this is an off-the-wall song by Tom Waits. Tom Waits was kind of a scruffy-looking guy, to say the least. But he was a creative genius by all accounts. And it was a little bit flipped out. I mean, some of his, he was obviously flowing with creative ideas, but it was, he was borderline on, you wondered about his stability. Let's put it that way, to be polite. So Tom Waits wrote this song that was covered by the Eagles. Tom Waits also wrote a song called "The Piano Has Been Drinking." Crazy song. I don't know if I should learn that one or not, but anyway, Tom Waits was such a beatnik and such a ne'er-do-well that he was taking a break during one of his shows in the alley behind the theater, and he got arrested for vagrancy. So that's Tom Waits. He wrote this song the Eagles did called Old 55. It's called Old 55. Well, the night went so quickly, I went lickety-splitly out to my old 55. Well, I pulled away slowly, I was feeling so holy, Lord knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, and I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just a wishing I'd have stayed a little longer. Oh Lord, let me tell you, the feeling's getting stronger. Well, 6 in the morning, it came without warning, I had to be on my way. Pulled away slowly, I was feeling so holy, Lord knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, freeway cars and trucks, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just wishing I'd have stayed a little longer. Lord, let me tell you, the feeling's getting stronger. 'twas 6 in the morning, it came without warning, I had to be on my way. Well, the lights are all flashing, the trucks are all passing, I'm on my way home from your place. Now the sun's coming up, and I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just to wishing I'd have stayed a little longer. Lord, let me tell you, the feeling's getting stronger. Now the sun's coming up, oh, riding with Lady Luck. The sun's coming up. Okay, a little different song there. I've never done that song before at Steve's virtual piano bar. And I think it's about time to just take a short break, and I'll chat with you a little bit while I have a little glass of something, if that's okay. I hope that's okay with everybody. We've got a few people hanging around tonight. It was nice to see Tom Mooney for a bit there, and Gary and Jean. So, I've got my wine glass here, and I'm going to pour a little bit of grape juice. I think I have wine probably more often than not, I'm sure. I have a bottle of wine here, but, try to keep the budget, down, and it still looks like wine. Yeah. Well, cheers, everybody. Hope we're getting ready for we're kind of leading up to the holidays right now, and everybody's kind of in the thick of it, or getting into the thick of it. I have a kind of a strange confession to make. Just a minute, I'm going to take a sip. Cheers, slancha, sante, and all that. It's good. Holiday celebrations, yes. Hey, Steve Douglas is listening. Well, he comes up. Now Steve knows the bass line to probably every song that's ever been on the radio or recorded, and I do not know that that Eagles. That Love Has No Pride. I'm guessing that's another Eagles song. Sante. Okay, one more sip for the break. Musicians Union rules? Not really, but sounds good. So the weird thing happened to me. Went to the Walgreens and got the cards, where you can put money into the card and send a Christmas greeting. So this is pretty much the extent of my Christmas celebration or Christmas gift thing. So I have a granddaughter out in Arizona, in Flagstaff, and I have a granddaughter and a grandson in Michigan, and I have a grandson in Virginia. So that's a total, if you do the math, with 4 grandkids. So I went to the bank and I took out 5 good-sized bills. I'm not going to say what denomination they were. And I went to Walgreens and I got 5 Christmas cards. And then when I went to my desk and filled out all the addresses for the Christmas cards. I say, well, why do I have one left over? Well, that's because, dummy, you bought 5 of them instead of 4. So I don't know what that portends or if that means anything. But anyway, for my 4 grandkids, I bought 5 Christmas cards and had 5 bills, 5 big bills to put in them. Not as big as I've had in the past for some, because musicians are not as employed as they used to be a few months ago. But Bonnie Raitt, Love Has No Pride. Sorry, I don't know that song. But I'm a jazzer, but I'm not a jazz snob. I like some pop music. I don't play a whole lot of pop music, but I can do some of the classics, like James Taylor. Here's a James Taylor tune. And one of my classmates at Berklee School of Music played the sax solo on this song, Michael Brecker, who's passed away. Do me wrong and do me right now. Tell me lies but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Say goodbye or say hello. Sure enough, good to see you, but it's time to go. Don't say yes, but please don't say no. Don't want to be lonely tonight. Go away then, damn you. Do as you please. You ain't gonna see me getting down on my knees. You're undecided and your heart's been divided. You've been turning my world upside down. Do me wrong and do me right now. Tell me lies but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light. Don't want to be lonely tonight. Don't want to be lonely tonight. Please don't let me be lonely. Go away then, damn you, and do as you please. You ain't gonna see me getting down on my knees. You're undecided and your heart's been divided. You've been turning my world upside down. Do me wrong and do me right now. Tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light. Don't want to be lonely tonight. Don't want to be lonely tonight. Please don't let me be lonely. Yeah, that's a very nice James Taylor tune. What was I? Well, Steve Douglas again comes up with some good requests that I don't know any of them. Snowfall, I should know that one because that's Claude Thornhill's theme song. the great big band leader from the 40s. No, I don't know if it was his theme song. It was a Claude Thornhill song, though. By the way, Steve Douglas, I heard from Chandra today, and she and Tom are getting ready to do a online show, I think, of some sort, and she wanted to know what kind of equipment I'm using, and I'm going to actually do a video on that and give an overview. I keep acquiring more and more gadgets and cameras and lights and stuff, and it's getting to be a little bit, a lot of stuff here. I don't know how sophisticated it is compared to some other people's setups, but I know that I'm using everything. Whenever I get a new gadget, I use it, and I use it to the max. And sometimes I max out. So, yeah, well, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. I actually don't know that one either. So I'm striking out Steve Douglas's request. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming tonight. Steve's virtual piano bar. It's live. You can hear me live ramble on and talk, and also make. Did I make any mistakes tonight? You can also see what it's like for a musician to play live. And then occasionally, one thing we learn playing music live is how to fake it and cover up your mistakes, right, Steve? But I will do a Christmas song. I think it's about time to do a Christmas song of some sort. And my favorite Christmas song is Chestnuts. It's got great chord changes in it. And I met, Mel Torme wrote the song with a partner, Robert Wells. And Robert Wells has a cabin here in Michigan, and I met him one day. It was quite a few years ago. I think it was back in the 80s, actually. And he told me that he retired basically after writing 8 measures of this song in partnership with Mel Torme. So. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. No, that's the wrong song. Sorry. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Well, at least that song had the word reindeer in it, Steve. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping. I brought some corn for popping. All the lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate to go out in the storm. But if you'll really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Outside is frightful. That fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, you know what they're saying. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping. I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss good night, how I hate to go out in the storm. If you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. And as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, I think that about does it for Steve's virtual piano bar for tonight. So thank you all for coming. Okay, one more toast. Slancha Sante. And since Miles isn't here, we got to say L'chaim. Happy Hanukkah to Miles, even though he's not here. I'm sure he's celebrating with his family, celebrating Hanukkah, the 5th or 6th day of Hanukkah, whichever it is. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the 7th, because I know there's 8 days in Hanukkah. So thank you all for coming. Cheers. I finished it. Okay. I am driving, but it's only grape juice. All right. Thanks all. And don't forget, we're thinking about a New Year's Eve thing. I'm thinking we're going to bring in New Year's Eve in Arizona, Chicago, and New York and Michigan. Michigan is at the same time zone as New York. I might not be able to stay stay here long enough to bring in the new year in New Brunswick, Anne Marie. So, but anyway, it hasn't been really formulated yet. It's just an idea. If you like the idea of a New Year's thing, I know there's going to be a lot of competition online for New Year's stuff going on. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about doing some collaborations with some other people and other ideas, but we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. Thanks, everybody, for coming, and I'll do my little goodbye song of every time we say goodbye. Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say toodaloo. A bientôt, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. Thanks all. Thank you all for coming, and next virtual piano bar will be Sunday, and I'll have an announcement maybe about a New Year's Eve thing by then, and hope you all have a nice rest of the week and weekend, and we'll see you again all soon. Thank you. Nice to see some of the new people that came in tonight. Thanks. Adios. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it running, and I'll play my little outro video of this is the video I used for the intro to the Sinatra Zoom session, but I just making it a generic video now, so I'll play it through once. Okay, if you really want to see it. Thank you.